Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report. I'm here today with a familiar face. We've interviewed her before, Catherine Powell, who's the CEO of AmaWaterways. And we're going to talk to Catherine about a new campaign and a brand refresh that they just did in the last few weeks. Actually, I saw it originally first at ILTM, and they just introduced it, and we're going to find out why, and also reminding us all about the new ships that they have on order. So we're going to talk about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Catherine, first of all, great to see you. We've both been traveling all over the place, and this is the first time we've had a chance to get virtually, even though I do think we're going to see each other at the Astor River Cruise Expo in March.
Yes, it's very nice to see you again. Thank you for having me on. And I look forward to seeing you in person at Asta.
Yeah, we'll finally get that in person, but this is very virtual, and we're going to try to get this out pretty quickly. We had the story out already. Now you have, as I said, you've launched a new campaign and a brand refresh for AmaWaterways. Why did you think this was the right time to do this?
So Amma is a brand that is beloved by guests, trusted by travel partners, and admired, award-winning even across the industry. And that industry, river cruising, is booming. And standing still is not an option. So as we grow, we want our brand to evolve. But it was a thoughtful brand refresh. We listened to guests, we listened to travel advisors, to our own internal teams. And what was really important was to honor who we are, be clear about what we stand for, and herald where we're going. And so
Mhm.
we have a new logo, a new design, new colors, and it's basically about doing three things. It's about sharpening our presence or cutting through this dynamic industry, elevating the brand so that it clearly meets the luxury standards that we deliver, and finally creating that emotional connection that we are known for with our guests.
Got
So
it.
it is a fresh look, but it's the same feel, and that feel is the boutique family spirit that our guests and our partners love.
Well, your new campaign is called Journeys That Move You, I believe. What is behind that theme? Because I'm sure that a lot of AmaWaterways guests have been moved by the journeys they've already taken. So I guess that's what you're trying to uncover and tell other people that about this. And how do you hope it will motivate more travelers who haven't really experienced AmaWaterways to try it out and try out a river cruise?
So this is all part of making clearer, who AMA is and what we stand for. And the world is moving so fast, and river cruising, what is so special about river cruising, I think what is driving the demand of river cruising is that it is really about finding a moment to slow down, to pause, and to reconnect with places, with people, and with yourself. And river cruises do that. They move guests emotionally. You meet incredible people. We connect you with communities and locals that can be very moving. We move you culturally. You learn about the places that you visit. And I hear again and again from guests that they take a river cruise because they want to learn. So you're moved personally, and of course you're moved physically, because we take you from country to country, city to city. We take you into the heart of those destinations. So we hope that this tagline, Journeys That Move You, will inspire new travelers to discover AMA and remind our loyal guests why they love traveling with AMA.
Yeah, I even think have I seen a commercial for you lately? I don't know. It seems like I'm seeing
There,
millions of commercials during wave season now.
there is well, we put out a very short video which was about the new branding
Okay.
and we were changing, but there may be something coming soon. It's not in the US yet. It is actually in the UK.
Yeah, it seems like during wave season, I see more cruise line commercials, both river and ocean, than I've ever seen before. Usually, at the right target market, like the evening news or something, where
Yes. Well,
the,
when you see ours and you think of the tagline, or you'll see Journeys That Move You, think about the emotional connection. That's what I will
okay.
say when you see our
Now,
ad.
you mentioned you have this design refresh, and you're going to be doing that. Where will this be evident on your ships and your collateral? I know you showed me some cloth at ILTM, and I never got over there to see you when you were there, so I didn't get a chance. Is that going to be really evident throughout all your ships? I mean, I believe right now you have about 26 ships now.
It will be evident, and we love the new colors. They're warm, they're bold, they're elegant, and as I said earlier, we want to differentiate. And what is behind this new design, this new color, is about differentiating from the sea of sameness that dominates cruising, namely the blue and the gold.
Right.
And you will see our new colors. You'll see it in Asta on the Ama Sophia, who will
Well,
be
that's which is the one you're going to be christening at the Astor River Cruise Expo, and thank you. You invited me to that christening.
exactly. So you'll see her in.
I'm not the godfather, but hey,
No.
we can always
No,
aspire.
we have a very special Asta godmother for that one. But you will see her in fact, all three ships. We'll have the Ama Prima, the Ama Venita, and the Ama Sophia will all be in the beautiful new colors. And you can see the branding currently on our website. You will see it in our marketing designs, our creative collateral. So and we are working through the existing fleet as well. And we understand that it represents change, but we've heard from so many advisors how much they love the new look. And any advisors kind of yet to experience it, like share your feedback with us.
No, I'm sure they will. They're not shy about sharing their feedback. But and speaking of advisors, how should they be using this new campaign and the design refresh to better sell Ammo Waterways?
So many advisors know us and love us, and their clients know us and love us. But I have heard from some advisors that they don't quite know how to position AMA or what we stand for. And so we have spent time thinking about this. We spent a lot of time meeting our advisors in person, doing webinars, explaining why we've done the brand refresh, what inspired it, and what it stands for. I mean, it literally highlights why we are unique. And so for new or for loyal guests, the message is basically that threefold, I think. The river cruise industry is dynamic and AMA is evolving with it. Secondly, our new colors represent the warm connections that we create and the elegance of the service that we offer. And thirdly, we've just talked about it, we have a tagline that helps explain that cruising with AMA is taking a journey that will move you in every sense,
Okay.
emotionally, culturally, personally, and of course, physically.
And so now the idea is they communicate that to their clients and maybe get them to better understand Ammo Waterways, even though, I was just at the Asta Globes and you won big there again, as you always do with many of this, that you're very popular with travel advisors.
Yes,
And
and they are very, very important to us.
yeah. Now, this is also a part of what is going to be a big expansion for Animal Waterways. You have upcoming the Ama Sophia, which we talked about, being christened in March. Ama
Mhm.
Flora in 227.
Fiora.
Fiora,
Fiora.
I'm sorry, I can't read L's and I's. Ama Fiora, which I believe is in Portugal. Is that?
No, Amafiora will be she'll be on the Rhine and the Danube.
Oh, the Rennie Dynami. Okay, okay,
Well,
so that.
actually, she'll be Europe. She might change. So
Okay.
she'll be in Europe in 27, but we're still actually finalizing
Okay,
our
so that's a European. And then finally we have planned the Amarudi, which is
on the
another one
Danube.
of I don't know. People call it a double wide or whatever. It's the one that's like Ama Magna. So they're all in Europe, I believe. And Amarudi again will be a wider and bigger ship like Ama Waterways. But you announced 8 more ships by 2030, right?
Yes, I mean we're very excited about the expansion in Europe, which honestly really reflects one, the appeal of river cruising, and two, the beauty of the European rivers that guests new and existing want to visit and continue to visit or visit again. And yes, we have the three coming up. So the Sophia, the Fiora, and the Rudy. The Rudy is based on the Magna. And the Magna, when she launched, was revolutionary. I mean, the
Yep.
first double width with her spacious cabins, the pickleball court. So we're so excited to have the Rudy. And of course, it's extra special because it's named after our co-founder, Rudy Schreiner.
And absolutely, that was one where he surprised me because he used to tell me about the wider ships. Oh no, they're not well built, and they can only go on the Danube. And then he builds one, and I'm like, ew,
Yeah.
he
Well,
wasn't
they
telling
are
me.
they're very well built, and they're on the Danube. But I would say that the new ships in Europe for advisors, this is about, more options for them to offer their clients, more ships, more rivers, more itineraries, more experiences. It's very exciting.
So then you're going to have about what four? How many ships by 2030? Did I say?
Over 40.
Over 40. That's going to be a big increase, and it's not that far away. We're in 26,
I know,
2026.
I know we're building
You
like
got you
crazy.
got your work cut out for you, right? You're gonna fill
Yes.
you're gonna be zooming around between ships for a while there. Now, you also have some more exotic cruises in your two ships on the Magdalena, which are going to be there, and I'm hoping to get down there soon this spring to take a look at them. How are these cruises? How are those Columbia cruises doing so far?
Oh, I mean, they're incredible, and Colombia is it's so important to us. It's a brand new destination for river cruising, and we are the proud pioneers of that. And
Mhm.
it was absolutely the vision of Rudy and Christine, taking years to realize this, building partnerships with local officials, with communities, building the infrastructure, designing the
It
itineraries,
took
creating the
time. It took
experiences
time,
you
but
know,
it was worth
all
it.
all from scratch. It took
Yeah.
time, all though from scratch. And we had the Melodia who will be christened in April this year. And actually, she was the first ship that had hints of the new branding. She had the color and the new uniforms, which the crew was so proud to wear.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you think about the tagline journeys that move you, if ever there was a cruise that epitomized that, it's Colombia.
Now, you've also indicated you'll have new cruises in Eastern Africa and the Chobe
It
River.
is it is a marvelous cruise, and it was actually it has a special place in my heart because it was one of my first cruises.
Mhm.
And I mean, safaris are always incredible, but doing a river safari with seeing the animals on the river it's just absolutely beautiful. So we're very excited about introducing new itineraries for our beautiful Zambezi Queen. And so we will actually have journeys now, a range of journeys from 9 to 18 nights, taking
Oh,
guests
wow.
to South Africa, Namibia, Vic Falls, which we do, but also the Skeleton Coast and Kenya. So it's a bucket list trip that everyone has to do.
Now, you've always been a pioneer in kind of the active and wellness programs on board the ships. This is anything going to change with those programs, or are you introducing new features?
And I'm glad that you said that we're pioneers because we have been with wellness. It absolutely was the vision and the passion of Christine Cast, our chief global brand ambassador and also co-founder,
Mhm.
who really believed in the importance of wellness. And we have wellness hosts now on almost all our ships who offer onboard and onshore experiences. And I have to say, one of my best experiences ever was with the wellness host biking 20 kilometers along the Vaal Valley while the ship sailed. I mean, it was
Wow.
magical. So we have offer a huge amount of things, but what has been really interesting is understanding that wellness means something different to everybody different. And so what we're doing now is creating almost like a menu of options that our travel advisor partners can choose from to curate or design the right mix for their guests. So if their clients want sound baths or
Mhm.
to visit a spa in Budapest or to do some
Right.
Latin American dancing, we can do that. And so we'll continue to invest and evolve our wellness program.
And that's a fantastic program. And then you also have been a pioneer in this soulful Juneteenth celebrations on the river. I don't know anybody else who does this with special cruises featuring special chefs. I think Alexander Smalls. I understand you're continuing these cruises. Are you thinking of doing anything else like this?
Yes, so we have a great partnership with Chef Alexander Smalls, who's James Beard award-winning chef,
Hmm.
and he is known for focusing on preserving and celebrating foods of the African diaspora, which is what our soulful cruises are about.
Hmm.
And Chef Smalls has curated signature Juneteenth dinner for our soulful cruises, and each dish in this dinner are rooted in African American cultural history, and there's storytelling that goes along with every course. So it's really special. And we have more cruises coming. So we already
Right.
have our cruises in France, in Portugal, in Colombia, but we'll be adding the Mekong, which is great. And we continue to look for partnerships around food because it is such an essential part of the experience on a cruise. And so where we can find opportunities to bring together the culture, the cuisine, and the storytelling, we'll do that.
Now, you actually also have a new luxury collaboration with Mandarin Oriental for pre and post cruise programs. How is this going to work, and what should travel advisors and their clients expect?
So the partnership with the Mandarin Oriental is very much about expanding our experience on land. You just mentioned the pre and post trips, and they are a very important part of the cruise. we want to add time before and after because we know that our travel advisors clients do that. So
Mhm.
do it with us because they stay in these cities anyway. And so if we can partner with the Mandarin Oriental, a brand that is a trusted name in hospitality, we've been able to design pre and post programs in cities like Barcelona, Geneva, Zurich, Vienna, where our guests will stay at the Mandarin Oriental. They'll have private dinners and guides. We will curate and design immersive experiences for them. There is a door-to-door transfer from the airport to the hotel to the ship. So it really is about giving advisors strong luxury options for their clients. And through the partnership with the Mandarin Oriental, we really extend the quality, thoughtfulness, personalization of the Ammer experience.
And if travel advisors and their clients are wondering where you're positioned, if you're staying in a Mandarin before and then you get on Emma Waterways, you know you want to be up there, and that you're not going to see any decrease in service or food or
No,
anything like that.
no, not at all.
That's it. Now, is there anything else you want to tell our travel advisors about how Amber Waterways is changing or not changing as you head into the future with this new campaign and really a much larger fleet of ships?
So the first message to our travel advisors is thank you. Thank you for your support, for your business, for your partnership. And I've said this before, they are truly the backbone to our business and they help us do what we do. And our success is their success and vice versa. So my first message is one of appreciation and gratitude. The second one, as you said, is about change. We are changing, but our experience is the same. Amma means love.
Mhm.
And that remains at the heart of what we offer to our guests, but also to our advisors. So we are growing, but it is thoughtful growth. It's about more ships, more itineraries, more destinations. And our brand has changed, but it's about being easier for travel advisors to explain who we are, why we're different, why we're so unique. And my last message is come and see us, come and visit the ships on FAMs, come to our webinars, and most importantly, give us your feedback, which, as you said, they do.
Well, Catherine, I want to thank you for taking some time here. We're going to see each other in like a
Very
month and a
soon
half.
on a newly branded ship.
Absolutely, on the new Amma Sophia with the new branding. And I'm looking forward. We'll chat with you then at that point. But again, thank you so much for taking the time today. And it's all good things going with Amma Waterways today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.